Hello everyone, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a quick reading to see what your person is currently thinking of you. So we're going to get into what they think of you and the connection that you share, as well as what it is that they admire about you. With that said, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. And with that said, for pile 1, we have Goldstone. For pile 2, we have Tiger's Eye. And for pile 3, we have Yellow Mookite. Hello there, my pile 1s, my Goldstone pile. Let's take a quick look at what your person is currently thinking of you. Okay, let's see what they think of the connection that you both share, how they are thinking and feeling about you, and what it is that they admire about you, my pile 1s. We start out with the 6 of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have the Knight of Cups. So interesting to see the 8 of Swords in the middle of these two cards, because the 8 of Swords is usually going to represent something or someone that's feeling stuck or trapped or anxious or in fear. So we start out with the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands to me can be an indication that this person wants to make positive movement forward. It can be an indication that this person wants to bring this connection to a place of stability and security with one another. And it's also going to be an indication of things such as confidence and self-worth. It could be an indication of especially physical attraction. And then when we move forward to the 8 of Swords, again, the 8 of Swords could be trapped in fear, anxious, feeling stuck or stagnant. And then we have the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is another card of positive movement forward, especially in regard to our love lives. The Knight of Cups can be a romantic gesture, like getting asked out or moving forward to the next phase of commitment, whatever the case might be. So seeing the 8 of Swords stuck in the middle and indicating that there is some stuckness or some stagnancy could be an indication that this person is perhaps, like, let's say, enjoying their time with you, but they're not quite ready to take things to the next level. It could be that they are enjoying getting to know you and enjoying whatever foundation the two of you are building together, but they are not quite ready to make that next move, although they seemingly want to. So I think what I want to do is maybe pull one more card to see, like, okay, is this person to me with that 8 of Swords in the middle is stuck in their ways, but is this person going to make some positive movement forward via that Knight of Cups? And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles would imply to me a yes. They are, but they're doing so at their own pace, and their own pace might be slow. And then the card at the bottom of the deck was the 8 of Pentacles, which I'll throw over to the side there, because the 8 of Pentacles can be an indication that this person is working on things or working on themselves, working on building up their confidence in order to make some type of positive movement forward. So all in all, what this person thinks of you, I feel like they're very attracted to you. They want to bring this relationship or connection into a place of stability and security. They're trying to build that foundation with you. Whether if right now it's the foundation of a friendship or if this is the early stages of a relationship, this person does feel or get very stuck in their own way. I feel like there could be a fear of rejection. There could be a fear of moving things forward, a fear of change or of what's to come based upon whatever the next level or next phase of the relationship might be. And for some people, again, it's just, to me, kind of feels like they're just stuck. Like they're just stuck at whatever phase y'all are currently in. So like for some of us that might be waiting, some of us that might have been with this person for a hot minute already, and we're maybe waiting on something else to happen within this relationship to move it forward, it could just be an indication that this person is scared of what's to come, or they're fearing what's to come. Could be a little indication of a fear of commitment for some of them, or a fear of moving things forward to whatever that next phase of commitment might be for y'all. But for me, for many of us, I feel like it's a fear of rejection. That's why there's probably times where this person is a little bit hotter and heavier than they are at other times. However, that could also be something that causes frustration and confusion for you, which is definitely something for you to be mindful of. But for a lot of us, I feel like there's this fear of rejection, or there's this fear of uncertainty in regard to whatever would be coming next for the both of y'all, despite the fact that this person does want to make that romantic gesture. And I feel like basically the conclusion that they're coming to is to go about it at their own pace, that this is going to take time, etc., that there's patience is required. And another thing too, though, that I always recommend is never waiting around for anyone, because this is already being indicated, okay, if this person's fearful and they're stuck or they're stagnant, if this person's going to go about things at their own pace before they make some type of move, never, ever wait around for somebody, because while we are waiting around for someone in regard to our love life, we are missing out on meaningful experiences in life and in love for ourselves. So I feel like, yes, patience is required, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to sit around waiting for this person to get off their ass and do something about the connection that both of you are sharing. Is this person trying to work on things? Yes, we see that with the bottom of the deck and the Eight of Pentacles. We see it with the Knight of Pentacles. They are taking their time. But for those of us that aren't willing to wait around, I would say that's perfectly okay and recommended, especially if this person has been stuck or stagnant or standing in their own way for a while now. Okay, so I hope that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. As far as what it is that this person admires about you, I would say a lot of it is, again, physical attraction. I would say that this person finds you to be someone that they feel quite comfortable around, feel quite comfortable opening up around. And I would also say that this person admires your work ethic. This person admires the way in which you achieve your goals. They admire your independence. They admire your success. And ultimately, too, before I get off of this and before I say goodbye to you, Pile 1, I would say that maybe even for some of us coming off of a message such as that Six of Wands leading into the Eight of Swords can at times give off this little, let's say, intimidation factor, where this person is lacking the confidence that they need to move forward, move forward toward you, because they feel like you are better than them. That Six of Wands usually will give off a vibe of you're too good for me, that sort of thing. And then that Eight of Swords showing that for some of them, they are stuck in place or stuck in this, anxiety. Part of it is they're letting their insecurities get the better of them, and that's why they are making such slow progress toward you, and that's why there are certain things that they need to work on in regard to themselves before they will make that positive movement forward. I hope that makes sense in some way, shape, or form, my Pile 1s. Thank you so much, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello, Pile 2, my Tiger's Eye Pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking of you and the connection that you share with them. Let's see what they are thinking and feeling about you. Let's see what it is that they admire about you, my Pile 2s. Okay, we are starting out with the Seven of Cups. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So, I feel like what's going on here, or what this person is thinking of, and I feel like, okay, there's two different ways. Take what resonates, leave the rest, because the first thing that's going to come out of my mouth might not be the most positive thing. But the Seven of Cups, to me, is going to bring up multiple options, many options, multiple opportunities. It can also, though, bring up idealism and fantasy and really what we wish to happen in a certain situation. After this, we get the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. It's about loyalty and devotion. And then we have the Page of Cups, or Page of Pentacles rather, and the Page of Pentacles to me can be an indication of following through on what we say we're going to do, can be an indication of loyalty and faithfulness. It can be an indication of like new things or starting fresh. And it can be an indication of beginning to build a foundation with one another. So that leads me to say that for some of us, we might feel like, and we might be aware of, like we might be dating other people, they might also be dating other people, and this is someone that we are dating right now. This might be, for some of us, someone that we are not exclusive with. So, with that said, I feel like for some of us, that's where the many options or many opportunities of the Seven of Cups and the fact that you have options, the fact that they have options, comes into play. Of course, that won't resonate for everybody, but for some of us, being realistic here, if you're on dating apps and if they're on dating apps, chances are for many of us, we're talking to multiple people at the same time, as is the person or the people that we are trying to date. With that said, though, I feel like there's a lot of positivity as we move forward to the King of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, because there's this indication of the two of you really liking one another and really beginning to fall for one another, and that out of these options that we might have, we're looking at one another as the option that is going to bring us the most emotional fulfillment and the option that we are going to begin to settle down with and move forward toward exclusivity with. Again, this might not resonate for everyone, of course, depending on where it is that you're at with this person or how it is that you met or are meeting people. But I do feel like this is telling a story of, like we're dating or we're talking to multiple different people, as are perhaps they, but we are settling down with one another. Again, might not be necessarily what everybody wants to hear, but if we're being realistic and we're meeting people on dating apps, I feel like that's just the reality of dating culture right now. However, I also feel like the Seven of Cups and the messages that it will bring forth of idealism and fantasizing and creating this picturesque version of what it is that we want also comes into play here, and perhaps also may resonate with you if the first message resonated with you, and maybe across the board universally will resonate with many of us that listen to Pile 2. Like we and they, since these are their thoughts about you, have these certain idealistic views of what it is that we wish to occur between the both of us. But I feel like, again, when we move forward to the King of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, what's positive about this is we're showing our devotion or our loyalty to one another, and we're both following through on whatever it is that we are saying. Like this person, it kind of reminds me of, I guess, like this person's actions match their words and their words match their actions. We're feeling very positively about what the future looks like between the both of us, because when we share our views, even if they're idealistic at this point in time, there's still a strong indication of the both of y'all coming together and the both of you working toward that same future with one another. And I feel like whether this is a newer connection or whether this is a more established connection, there's been conversations about what it is that the both of you are looking for as far as a life partner and as far as the future. And I feel like with the King of Cups in the middle, the two of you share a lot of these same ideals, per se. Like the two of you might have always dreamed of settling down in a certain area of your state or of your country. The two of you might always have wanted, the 2-story ranch-style house, a big garden in the front yard, 2 or 3 kids. It's just like there's a lot of these fun and exciting conversations happening in many of these connections, and we're finding that, core values-wise, life goals-wise, what it is that we want as far as the future are highly compatible between the both of us. And I feel like that's allowing these, deeper, emotionally intimate conversations are allowing for the emotional connection and the bond between the both of you to grow and to deepen even more. And with that said, when we move forward to the Page of Pentacles, it's just bringing forth this vibe of building the foundation for the both of you to start this relationship off of, or continuing to work forward toward and follow through on plans that the both of you are making for the future. It's kind of like, let's say if that Seven of Cups is bringing up that you and your person in the next year want to buy a home together. Well, the King of Cups could bring up, like, the idealism is that buying a home together. The King of Cups perhaps is this, showing that loyalty and devotion to one another and having that emotional intimacy and talking about this together and creating this dream together. But that Page of Pentacles, I feel like, is following through with whatever the dream is, grounding it in reality and really coming together in order to make whatever these ideals we have separately and together come true. To the point where, okay, we want to buy a house in a year. Well, now we are plotting and planning and we're working our way there. So I hope that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. As far as what it is that your person admires about you, I feel like with the Seven of Cups, this person does admire your creativity, and I also feel like they admire the fact that you're someone that perhaps has like many different talents. Like, there's many different talents, there's many different things that you're good at. Kind of brings me, like, even with the Page of Pentacles, between that Seven of Cups and Page of Pentacles, it kind of brings me like Jack of all trades, master of none, or whatever the hell that expression is. Where this person just admires the fact that you're like either knowledgeable or skilled at many different things. That's one thing. With the King of Cups, they admire your loyalty and your devotion toward them. They admire the fact that they've never had to like second guess the way in which you're feeling, or the way in which you're feeling about them. They find you to be somebody that's very open, somebody that's very kind-hearted, somebody that's very trustworthy, and they feel very comfortable around you. This pile kind of gives me a little bit of a vibe of like you feeling like home to them feeling incredibly comfortable around you, etc., and so on. And then when we move forward to the Page of Pentacles, I feel like this person, they could very well admire your work ethic, but I also feel like, going back to something that I mentioned that the two of you are basically doing together, something that your person admires about you is the way that you ground your own ideas in reality. They really admire the way that you're able to, think of an idea or think of something creatively, and then you're able to bring the pen to paper and bring it to life. They really admire, I guess I could just say, work ethic. They admire whatever skills, talents, and abilities you have. And for some of us, this could very well be in a creative sense, that this person's very, much so enamored or liking the creative nature that you have. I also feel like with the Page of Pentacles, even when it comes to, again, messages of following through, this person really appreciates the fact that when you say you're going to do something, you do it. Likewise, I feel like that's something that you admire about your person. But I feel like when it comes to your person, they might not have always been able to, trust people in the past, but they know with you that they can trust you, even if it's something, very simple that you say you're going to do, or something that you say you're going to do for them. You do end up following through on it, and I feel like that's something that means a lot to them. It's kind of giving, you're able to keep your promises, whether they're big promises or small promises. This person has seen you be able to keep and stay true to your promises, and that's another thing that this person admires about you. All in all, my pile twos, I really hope that this makes sense. I really hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello there, my pile three, my yellow Mookite pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking about you. What is it that they are thinking and feeling about you and the connection that you share with them? What is it that they admire about you? My pile threes, we start out with the King of Pentacles. We have the Fool. And we have the Star. So, with this, we've got a card that can be indicative of stability and security, a card that can be indicative of new beginnings, and a card that could represent hope for the future. So, I feel like we're at a pretty good point when it comes to this person. I would say at times the Fool could cause one to be a little wary, because the Fool can at times represent some casualness or some difficulty with committing. But due to the fact that it's surrounded by the King of Pentacles, which is a card of stability and security and loyalty and faithfulness, and the Star, which can be indicative of deepening the level of commitment within a connection. I feel like the Fool is more so just representative of taking a leap of faith and or a new beginning. Like, this person wants a new beginning between the both of you. Maybe for some of us, it could be a fresh start with us in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like what's coming through with the King of Pentacles is that this person thinks this connection is moving forward towards stability and security. This person wants some type of new beginning, or is going to take some type of leap of faith, and whatever that new beginning or leap of faith is would be something that will deepen the level of commitment within the connection between you both. And I feel like there's a lot of hope and positivity surrounding what the future of this connection could be. I feel like this person is very confident, grounded, and stable and settled within their own life, and perhaps they feel like now's the time for them to move forward toward you. With that said, take what resonates and leave the rest, because for me, I feel like there are perhaps two different things that make the most sense to me that are going on here. One of the things that makes sense to me could be that maybe this is someone that's been in our life for a hot minute, someone that we've been attracted to and they've been attracted to us, but we haven't really A, moved forward toward romance, or B, we haven't really quite settled down yet. We could have had a casual or non-committal type of relationship with this person. They might be our situationship, they might be our friends with benefits, or again, this could be somebody that's a friend that we've, always sort of felt romantic inclinations toward, but neither one of us have really quite made a move. Now, either way you slice it, I feel like that's positive. Like, this is very positive, because it's this indication of this person is ready to settle down. This person is ready to take their leap of faith. They're not holding themselves back any longer. And this person is moving forward toward a romantic commitment with you. They're looking to deepen the level of commitment between the both of you. Another way, or another scenario where I feel like this could make sense or resonate for some of us, is that this is somebody that we've been in a relationship with, and now this person is feeling confident and settled and stable and secure within their own life. They're ready to take that next step, whatever it might be for the both of you, and this person has a lot of hope and positivity about what's to come for the future of this connection. Either way you slice it, I feel like this person is feeling whatever side of these coins that you land on. I feel like this person is feeling settled, stable, and secure within their own life, and this person feels like it's ready. This person feels like they are now at a point where they are ready to make their move, where they are ready to commit, or where they are ready to take whatever that next step is. Especially if it's something for some of us, like if we've been with this person for a while, so if it's something like moving in together, getting engaged, that kind of thing, there's this indication of this person feels like they are at a good point in their life where they're ready to take that next step and move this connection forward. All in all, I feel like your person has a lot of positivity about where this connection is heading. I feel like they really genuinely feel like you are their person. They feel like you are the person of their dreams. Just all in all, I feel like this person feels like you are, it's kind of like this person feels like you are where they belong. That's the way I'm getting the message. And I feel like that comes through with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles being someone that's so, loyal and stable, secure, committed, and so grounded. It just feels like this person is like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm at a point in my life where I can now do it, and I'm ready to take that leap of faith. And for some of us, that leap of faith could be something very big, especially if I feel like it's almost bigger if it's, well, honestly, it's bigger either way. It's big either way. It could be, this person's finally feeling good about themselves and good about the connection, and they're ready to make a move and, ask you out or ask you to become official. But of course, in more serious connections, it's a big step that this person, if they're like, let's say, if you guys are moving in together, if y'all are getting engaged, that's also a huge step toward commitment and toward starting this life together and building this life together. And I feel like your person's goal here is to move this connection forward. And I feel like this person's feeling confident and comfortable enough to take whatever that next step is and move forward toward a new beginning with you in regard to your life together, in regard to your life, in regard to their life. Love life, rather. So ultimately, I feel like there's a lot of positivity here, and I feel like we are moving forward toward whatever the next step would be for this connection. As far as what it is that this person is thinking of you, this person thinks you're someone who is very stable and secure. They find you to be someone who's very grounded and very mature. They could look at you and have perhaps even said to you that you are someone that's very wise. And I feel like even bringing the star into that, mixing it with the King of Pentacles, it's like not only are you someone who's very mature in a practical way, but you're also somebody who has or holds a lot of wisdom. You're someone that could be very spiritual. You're someone that's able to give them wisdom and guidance in a variety of different ways. And I feel like that's something that this person very much so appreciates about you, or they look for from you, is hearing your perspective on things. This person feels very comfortable around you, but this person also knows that when they are with you and around you, that the both of you are going to have a good time. They find you to be somebody that's very fun. They could consider you to be somebody that's quite spontaneous. But ultimately, I feel like this person is very much so enjoying the time that they get to spend with you. And I feel like it's a mixture of comfort and excitement. And I feel like that's very important to a relationship, is being able to feel comfortable with your person, but also having whatever passion or chemistry or excitement there is as well, that like really ties it all together per se. And then when it comes to the star, they are very physically attracted to you. They admire, again, like your spirituality, your intuition, your wisdom. They admire how optimistic and positive you are. And I feel like they really admire the way in which you look at, the future, or you've looked at times, especially for those of us that have been with this person and we've had conversations with this person about what's coming next in our relationship, or what would typically come next in a relationship. I feel like this person feels like the both of you share a lot of the same goals or have a lot of the same values, and this person is very positive that the two of you can have a long-term, stable, loving, healthy, romantic relationship with one another. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. My pile threes, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.